and we here.
I'm a jack of all trades, man. I could have did this shit too, man. But I
Yeah,
said,
facts, bro. But enough about me, about us. You know what I mean? What you got going
oh
on right
shit, gangster. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Back to the interview.
You know what I mean? Like you said, you can't go nowhere without seeing a Brooklyn nigga. You feel me? What for you, being from Brooklyn and everything from that level of rap, that culture of rap, that history of rap. How does all that influence you? Like you coming up out there, growing up out there, and everything. Like what is that? What does being around all that do for you when you go into making music?
Brooklyn, yeah, it's legendary. Like coming from Brooklyn, it's like you gotta think of like the greats, Biggie, Jay-Z. It's like Fab, like you know what I'm saying. Then you got the young niggas, fucking Bobby, Rowdy, Fivio, Pop, like so. It's like a lot of
Star power.
yeah, it's star power. But not only that, the standard is always the bar's always set high in Brooklyn. If you never, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Brooklyn, the bar's always set high, so we gotta. It's like a lot we gotta live up to being from Brooklyn, and that's it's like a badge of honor as well. If any Brooklyn nigga tell you like we love that Biggie from Brooklyn and shit like that, like the greatest and shit like that, like Fab, and we could say Jay-Z from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta claim them. You gotta own them boys.
It's like a badge of honor in a sense too. So we use that and we put Brooklyn on our back, making movies. That's what we doing.
As you should. Now, with the music that you and Fivio got going right now, like your whole team, your whole scene got going right now, it's kind of like it's more like a hype, like in the party vibe. Like you just came in walking like bow bow, like all, you know what I'm saying, all that. It's more like y'all got a different bounce to it. Y'all more jiggy, like more like go like you said, shouting out Bobby and Rowdy and everything. You going more that like route. What's the scene like? What's the vibe really like? For people that don't know, for people that's not in Brooklyn, that don't know anything about New York, like what's the vibe really like?
The vibe is amazing, man. Let me put this shit down, cause this shit look kind of. Just hold this for me, man. I don't want to see that shit on the camera, man. Holding that little shit like I ain't letting it go, but we ain't wasting no weed, brother. But yeah, the vibe is amazing. Coming from Brooklyn, and actually being able to see these things happen. Like I got to like be close or be around some of the greatest things that occurred right now in my generation, as far as the people who came out of Brooklyn, like Bobby. I got to see that, because I know a lot of people from the Nine and shit like that. So I got to like feel that, like, so that was a big inspiration for me personally, like feeling that. Cause remember, Bobby was like the first nigga to make it in a long time from New York, and he put the light back on us.
He's the one that came out different, doing all that jiggy shit too,
and just made it lit for everybody that's doing what we doing today. So you feel me? Just the feeling though, being around. Like if you was around, like when when computers come on in the club, like that's how Brooklyn feel. You feel what I'm saying? Or like Big Drip right now, like you know what I'm saying?
Everywhere.
But that's how it feel. That's what it feel like. The music is real. The feeling is real.
I seen them dance to it in H-Town, bro.
It's authentic. It's organic. It's crazy. It's real.
So, what I mean? Brooklyn's one thing. Now, like you were saying, more focused on you specifically. Like you got a new EP working on, everything that's coming out right now. How is that? What's that like? What's it like having getting Waka on the joint too? Like literally on the joint. Like what's all that going on?
Wow, shout out big bro Waka Flocka, man. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing. You know what I'm saying? For him to just pull up, you know what I'm saying? And then not only just, he did more than just, just put a verse on the track. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he give you a big brother vibe, and then I'm chilling with his family and getting to know his family. The love is real, it's authentic, and it's just like it give you a family vibe. Like the people that Flocka be outside with, it really be his family. So it's like that's how I move. Like you feel me? I'll be moving with my family and shit. So like it kind of like it's kind of crazy. I be feeling like we like kind of the same in a different sense. Yeah, like cause we both like wild boys and shit, like our music and shit, but we smart in a sense, and we trying to do the right thing. You feel what I'm saying? And make sure, you know what I'm saying, shit right.
Okay. Now the project. Tell them all about the project.
Pardon me. Yeah, the project is called MOD, Movies on Demand. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. Volume 1, movie after movie after movie, 7
it's
tracks.
A fucking movie.
Like I ain't gonna lie to you, like it's crazy. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like Waka ×7, or just, you know what I'm saying? People, you can pick whatever you want. Every out of whatever record you like, it's just gonna be full of fun, full of moves, full of energy. That's me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just me on a record. It's only seven records. It's an EP, Movies on Demand, Volume 1,
Okay.
and it's gonna be a Volume 2. You know what I'm saying? Might be a Volume 3. You know what I'm saying? You know
It's
what
just
I'm
gonna
saying?
keep
Beats
going.
gonna
It's not
keep
gonna
going.
stop. The party can't stop, right?
Retarded. That's it.
Now, what I'm thinking now, like just like being around music and everything. Let's step away from New York for a second. Where have you been as far as like where have you been where rap is like really like super relevant, super dominant, like, and what have those experiences done for you, like maybe in Atlanta or like a Houston, even LA or wherever it's at. It could be somewhere in the UK, anything like that. Like what's really stuck with you, you know? Like what's been important to you? What's a memory that lasts, that stands out?
I mean, I've been in different places. I ain't really go too much like out the country and shit, but I've been in, like out of state and shit, and you know, just like it's the same vibes. You know, like it's just a movie. Like we just bringing the energy. It's good to feel love from other, you know, states and shit. And they be, you know, they feel it. You know, but like if you like speaking more like influence, like
Yeah.
on me and shit,
Yeah.
cause like no funny, like it was a period of my life where like I felt like I was not a Cali nigga, but I felt like through music I was damn near living in Cali.
You just like that West Coast
Like,
vibe.
not that I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But I was just like, I'm a hip hop baby. My mom's a rapper and shit. So
For sure.
yeah, I didn't listen to fucking every fucking genre you could think of. Everything, like, it's just like this shit is real with this music shit. So, but it was like a point in time where like Cali, like I really studied that whole shit down to Easy E, NWA, all that. It was like a movie to me. Like, oh word, that's what. Then Dre was beefing with him. Oh shit, like, cause my step pops, you know what I'm saying? He was on some Cali shit. This nigga's retarded. His name Cali, so
Okay.
this nigga from Brooklyn. But you know what I'm
They call
saying,
him
this
Cali.
nigga, they didn't call him Cali. This nigga love Cali so much. He used to just show me like little music and shit. Then I took a lot of that shit. Feel me? Pac, all that shit. You feel me? But like I'm saying, Brooklyn too. You know what I'm saying? Just like living in Brooklyn, but listening to that and then knowing where you from is just crazy. So I just try to put all the music I learned throughout my life together, even down to fucking 80s music and just maybe whatever, jazz, anything. Is my mental is just straight music, like no cap, like it's just different. It's like a robot.
Okay. So a lot of rappers, you know, when you're younger, when you're a kid, the first thing that you thought of that you wanted to be when you became older wasn't always a rapper. What was it for you?
A rapper.
For sure? Like right away?
Immediately.
Okay.
Like
You did say your mom was a rapper, like your mom
I'm
was
telling
heavy
you,
into
no
music.
cap. Like before, like I could say the realest thing I could say is like I wanted to be a singer.
Okay.
Before a rapper, like, but I always wanted to do music and entertainment. Like, I knew my life was about entertaining other people because that just was my character. But yeah, before rap, I was in the crib, feel me, singing Usher and shit like that,
For sure.
trying to get right for the ladies.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it for the ladies.
all my mom's
I
heartbreak
still
songs that she
do it
used
for
to
the
listen
ladies
to.
though, you know.
You feel me? Yup. So, what type of music, like other than rap, did you listen to? Like who really are, if you had to pick your top 3 like music influences growing up, like before you even
Yeah.
like really consider being 110% serious about the music shit, like who was you just listening to that was like, yeah, this does something for me?
Damn, son, there's so many people, son, that I already listened to, you know? Like, I really listened because I was, like I said, I was a music hit. Like, I'm like, lettuce shit is like drugs to me. I get high off that shit. So, like coming up, though, like, who really, like, I would say, like, I feel like I know, like, when I had a turning point in my talent, like, when I was considered whack to people, and
Yeah.
then when people started, like, taking me serious, like, oh, shit, this nigga's nice, you feel me? Like, that influence was put onto me from, like, the Locks and, like, Cameron and shit like that. I used to, like, go back and listen to all they old shit
Okay.
and just, like, study them niggas. Like, oh, now these are niggas y'all think nice, so, like, I gotta study these niggas. Like, you feel me? And then I turned it into my own shit. Then that's when I started wilding, going crazy with it, like, or, cause you remember, like, hip hop done changed about fucking 3-4 times. A lot. It just shit done changed.
Hip hop changed every day.
Like,
bro.
yeah, so it's just like,
Every
yeah,
day.
shit done changed so much. It's like,
Forever changing.
goddamn.
Hell yeah, man. That shit for me is like, I think it's like DMX and shit for real. Like back when you go back into that era, you know, like when we all.
Yeah,
grew up
X
like
is a
that.
big influence too on this hip hop period.
Straight up, that man was different.
Syndicate.
For real, for real.
This shit's still syndicated, man. For
You
real.
got anybody outside of rap that like really stood out? Like you said, you listened to Usher back in the day. Is there anybody else like maybe in a different genre that's like important to you?
Yeah. I used to want to be Will Smith.
That's crazy.
Like, I used to want to be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like, I don't know. Was I the only one that wanted to be Will Smith?
Nah, I mean,
Like,
probably
Will
not,
Smith
bro.
was cool, son. He had the hat, the snapback.
That's a smooth.
You know what I'm
boy right
saying?
there, yeah.
Myself. And he was funny. I felt like that was me. Like, because I'm a funny dude. I be out here doing what I do. Don't get it twisted. Shit gets serious. But, you get what I'm saying? That was me. My character is like, you know, that was it's like, damn, I felt like that could have been me. Like, I used to, you know, like, I looked up to, like, Will and shit like that. You feel me? Because, you know, when certain things, when you growing up, you looking for something to look up to in a sense, but something to learn from as far as, like, a man. You got to know where you about to take it. Because I was thinking about
style, you looking for influence in some
basically,
kind of way. Yeah.
like, I was thinking earlier today, I was like, what's the real version of somebody being a self, right?
Sure.
But if you think about it, yourself is mad other people in one, which you embodied and made into yourself, right?
Okay.
So, say for instance, you take on traits probably from whoever, I don't know, your parents, whatever the case may be, but you just take it on. So it's not that you acting like them, but you take on certain things from people that you look up to or love, and you make it into you. It's like you being yourself.
That's why they say product of your environment, because you absorbing the things around you.
Facts.
You know? Yeah, for sure.
Facts.
That's exactly what that is. And another big thing about New York, besides just the rap, is the fashion. And it's a big thing in Brooklyn. It's the fashion. Like anytime that I've been in Brooklyn, like I understand, like stunting is a big thing. You know, like you want to be that nigga in the streets. You want to be stunting. You want to be flying, everything like that. What do you consider fashion? Like what's your swag? Like what you going for?
No. I mean, my shit. I'm wearing the same shit everybody else wearing right now. You feel me? We just keeping it flea. No Moncleezy, Kasubis. You know, regular Timbs right now. It's just calm shit. Like, but you know, fashion is like, I feel like fashion is like your sense of style, is your statement. I'm like, fashion statement is like, I mean, come outside, how you express yourself with your gear. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's fashion to me. Like, you feel me? Like, if I come outside, like, I want to feel a certain type of way or move a certain type of way, I gotta have a certain type of, you feel me? I can't be going outside trying to holler at shorty moving wavy as hell, like, you feel me? And I got a fucking champion t-shirt on and some fucking Rockaway fucking jeans, you know what I'm saying? You know, we in 2020, you feel me? Not to diss Rockaway or Jay-Z in any way, you feel me? I mean, he don't even own that shit no more, so yeah, fuck that, he sold that. But listen, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta feel comfortable, you gotta feel right, you gotta feel righteous. Like, if you're not feeling righteous,
you gotta be proud of what you got on, for sure.
Exactly. It bring that confidence level, it bring your You know how I feel? I got this $2,000 coat on. Listen, you can't tell me no, baby. Listen. You know, this on my back. Listen, get your fit right, baby. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Word.
So now, earlier we was talking about coming up in Brooklyn. Outside of music, you know, we trying to take things outside of music for a little second. What was the streets like? What was school like? Was you in school all the time? Was you skipping school? Like, what was life like? You know?
Yeah. So school, you feel me? First off, before we talk about school, I want to tell everybody that school is very important, and not just because of the educational things, but just it's just something that you need to do for just communication purposes and all type of other shit. Just like, but like people things, like being a human being, like, you get what I'm saying? Cause sometimes I be tight that I left school early, cause I feel like I missed out on a few things. You know, when you graduate, it's a certain type of feeling. When you on that stage, you be looking at all the other kids now, you be like, damn, I should have did that. Like, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? I got my GED. For me, I was going through a lot of shit when I was coming up. You feel me? Playing the streets, real. You know what I'm saying? Doing a lot of other shit. You feel me? So I ain't really get to stay in school that long. I could have stayed in school, but I chose to go the other path. You feel me?
Okay.
So right now, I tell everybody, yo, stick to the class. You know what I'm saying? Stick with your friends. Get that education right. You feel me? You don't even gotta try to get good grades, but just stay in school. You feel me? Try to grad. I'm saying stay in school. I'm saying you don't need to be in the streets. Anything, you ain't doing nothing else anyway. Go to school, motherfucker. You ain't doing shit. That's the nigga from the F excursion.
Yeah.
You on your ass. You on the couch. You ain't doing nothing. You smoking weed. No, we not talking about the weed. I be smoking a lot of weed. But listen, go to school, man. Fuck it. Go to school high if you got to. Just go. Just get there.
Go learn something.
You know what I'm saying? Word.
That's the right message to give them, you know. And saying things like that, that's kind of like speaking to the youth, you know what I mean? Letting them know that no matter what, everybody gonna make mistakes or whatever, you know, but that's not what you're trying to put out there to them. Like when you look back on like how you came up, how does that differ your approach to like how you would approach the youth now, you know? Like if you had a show and a kid come up to you when you walking by, maybe you busy, bro, maybe you about to go back to the smoke, you got the bitches lined up, whatever, you got some shit going on, but like a kid come up to you and he just want to holler at you for a minute, he just hear the music or whatever, like if that kind of moment comes to you, like what do you say in that moment, you know? Like what would you give them? What type of influence are you trying to have on them when they see you? Like regardless of all the partying and everything, like, and all that's cool, but like when it comes down to it, like what kind of message you trying to give them?
Yeah, with the fans, man, just trying to be 100 with them. You know what I mean? Like, I really be trying to connect with them in a different type of way. Like, make sure, because, you know, it's certain artists that I've been around and I talk to and I've seen their shows and certain things like that, of that nature, and they stuck with me forever. So I try to do that every day. You get it?
Yeah, you want to get that everlasting impression.
Yeah, so it's like certain artists, like I've been to a Drake concert before, and I swear to God, I don't know why, there's 30,000 motherfuckers in the crowd. I felt like that motherfucker was talking to me. He said, you gonna get your dream, and you gonna get whatever the fuck he said. And I was just like, yeah, he talking to me. I don't know about the rest of these 30,000 niggas in here, but Drake talking to me right now. We bonding, and I'm about to get this dream. You feel what I'm saying? Shit just happened like that. So I be trying to do the same thing for my fans. Like, just, I mean, let them touch you, let them feel you, let them know that this is real music, and I'm a real person at the end of the day. I don't ever want to be too big for, you know, like, I just don't want to be like that. Like, I just don't want to, I want to be a human being, like, regardless of the money, all that. I just want to be, you know what I'm saying? Because people, I just feel like people make it seem like it's impossible, and I don't know, yeah, I ain't get to the, you know, to that level, you know, but I just feel like, you know, we could still make certain shit happen. Like, I had a conversation with Meek, for a long conversation with me, for him, Fivio. Like, he was just giving us jewels and shit like that. And I feel like the way he is right now is not a bad, like, mentally. You get what I'm saying? As far as, like,
he
an
might be at
artist.
his best place mentally.
Like, I wouldn't say that. We don't know that.
It's just a thought.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even say that. Because, you feel me? He's still going through certain things that we wouldn't even, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But from what we spoke about, I just know that, like I said, he's a human being. He's still fighting his own battles even right now. So for him to be level-headed and still be able to move how he moves and conduct himself and not move like a weirdo with all this money and shit like that, and still, you know what I'm saying? I want to be like that.
Like, just to still be genuine.
Exactly. Like, just to still keep that essence that people be losing through the fame.
That's important. The genuity. That's important. I feel like everybody needs to have that, no matter what you're doing. Whether you're doing the interviews, whether you're the one on the stage, whether you're behind the scenes in the production.
Mm-hmm.
As you should. And that's a powerful message to give anybody. Now, like, shit, I don't know. It's always about the music at the end of the day. So, you know, we fall back to that. Who you want to collab with that you haven't collabed with? Is there anybody that's like, damn, if I get that feature, that'd be tight. Put that on the project right away just because I got it.
Yo, the list is fucking countless. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm one of these motherfuckers that want to just do so much. I be hoping that I don't be like running to one of them stories like idol turn rivals, or like you be like, yo, let's do a record. The motherfucker be like, yo, hold on. So like, or whatever the case may be. But I just like, I don't really care. Like, I like working with all these like people that's just, as long as we gonna make some good music, fuck it. But like, I work with Meek, you know what I'm saying, Wiz, you feel me, Chief, you know, like these are people that I want to work with. That's as far as like, cause of their influence. That's the type of influence I want to have on people that they had on me. So like, you know what I'm saying? Cameron, Jadakiss, just cause those is like two of my biggest idols. You know, Jay-Z, cause he's a mogul and he's from Brooklyn and he represents something that I probably want to represent in a day. I mean, in a couple of years, whatever, just being somebody of that stature. So like I said, like the list could go on forever. I just want to work with people that is influencing the culture.
Okay.
Where or influence the culture. And if you influence the culture, you still influence the culture to this day in your own way.
Facts. Sounds like you're ready to leave your mark. You know what I mean? So, like, I guess they state that for the people, like where you want to take it, where you want to take everything. From where you at now, where do you want it to go? How far do you see it going? Like, and not just the cliche, like, you know what I mean? I see it going, like, as far as it could go or whatever, you know? But, like, what do you really want to do? What's the legacy that you're trying to leave, you know?
I'm trying to influence people to do the right thing. And just want to do it through music and being me. But what I would tell you is my shit is different. Like my career is about to be like some straight out of a motion picture, bro. Like the people that I got right now behind me, the people that, bro, yo, bro, I'm about to be on Billboard, bro. Like this shit is crazy,
It's a
bro.
movie.
Bro, I'm about to be on Billboard, bro.
So,
That shit is crazy. Like, damn, word. But it's just for like, this is for the people, son. I'm for the people. Like that's my whole legacy. Like I'm like one of them Pocs. I'm like the DMXs. I'm just like one of them. You know, I'm for the people, man. I'm a guy that's for the people, man. You know,
facts.
and that's what I wanted to be my legacy. Like, yo, my son was really for the people. Like, you know what I'm saying? He made millions of dollars and he still is for the people.
Say that. That's that, and again, that's that genuity. That goes back to that genuity.
Facts.
That's fire. You heard it here first. Ether that connects for the people.
Bow. Strictly hip hop. Bitch. It's either to connect, show some respect, or disconnect it from your neck. Cut the check. Adios.
And we out of there.
Por favor.